Hey, it's business coach Steve Goranson with another business tip to help you work smarter, not harder, so you can enjoy more life. So today's business tip is going to be about sales. And really more specifically is what makes a sales call a success or a failure? And are there really any secrets to sales success? And that's what I want to talk about today. Today's economy, relationships count more than ever. Only truly professional salespeople will survive in an unpredictable economy that we have right now. If you look at your industry, there's probably more than enough people still wanting to buy your products or service to keep you busy all year long. The challenge is how do we increase our market share now? And that's like saying, how do we get our unfair share of the business? Sales are tougher to generate in a bad economy than a good one. That makes sense, right? Nevertheless, why does it seem that some salespeople seem to do well and survive in all different types of economies? When the economy is good, it's relatively easy for even bad salespeople to make a living. In a good economy, often salespeople make a sales by volume, by just contacting a high volume of prospects without building any relationships. There's so much what I like to call low-hanging fruit out there that just about anyone can make a sale. So what's the difference between a successful professional salesperson and everyone else? You see, when business is good, the majority of salespeople are just trying to get as much business as possible, and they're usually more, like to say, me focused than client focused. Over the years, we've seen that sales training primarily emphasized on just closing techniques. See, the right sales approach involves building client relationships, not just making a sale and moving on to the next prospect. So here are my two top, what I like to call secrets to sales success. First is stop closing sales. Yep, you heard me right. Stop closing sales and start opening relationships. And most importantly, don't sell your clients. We want to help them make good buying decisions. You see, creating open relationships involves being client focused. Unfortunately, if you don't have a relationship, it's very hard to penetrate your prospects' trust to get them to even open up to you. Think about it this way. How many sales calls do you get from salespeople trying to sell you something every day? I could just imagine your response when the phone rings. Oh boy, another salesperson trying to help me sell something, right? So I'm sure you're thinking, hey, let me stop everything that I'm doing and to see if they have something I want to buy. We know it doesn't work that way, right? We have to start building our credibility first. See, the biggest mistake that salespeople try making is they jump ahead in the sales process before we build any credibility. We jump in and start talking and asking questions before we've actually earned the right to do so. And we need to earn the right to start a relationship before they'll even want to engage with us. We can't expect that just because we call, the prospect will want to develop that relationship with us, let alone want to do business with us. So how do professional salespeople break through that clutter? Of all those other salespeople calling their prospects and bombarding them with sales messages every day. Well, one strategy is simple: is use our current relationships. Yes, use current relationships. Professional people, by using their current relationships, they're able to get the prospect's attention and, most importantly, gain some instant credibility in the mind of the prospect. Recommendations to the prospects come from our clients, which we've built open, honest, and solid relationships with. Professional salespeople are always client focused, right? They understand it, what the client is thinking. What's in it for me? They're always thinking, what's in it for me? And so when you focus on opening relationships, you're always going to be client focused. So don't just sell, help them make good buying decisions. Once you've opened that relationship and you've gained credibility, you can now really begin to engage with them. Professional salespeople understand that people don't like to be sold, but they like making good buying decisions. Action coach, our definition of a successful salesperson is someone that's professionally helping you to buy, which means helping them make good buying decisions. Let me ask you this: how can you tell if you're selling someone or are you helping him or her to buy? The answer is really quite simple. When you are meeting with potential clients and you're starting to engage, are you telling or are you asking? Professional salespeople, our secret weapon is our questions. We ask open-minded or open-ended questions and needs-based questions that sort of find out, what's our client trying to accomplish? What benefits are most important to them? How can our product or service help them, provide them the value that they're looking for? And when you start asking questions, you are building relationships. Find out what you can do for your prospect, and make sure their question of what's in it for me. What's the benefit for them? What value do they get from working with you? And by asking questions to determine their compelling needs, there's compelling needs and then there are regular needs. Compelling needs are the ones that are going to motivate them to make a buying decision. So determine their compelling needs, and by showing them benefits, you are now building relationships. As you open more relationship and build each one, you're gaining more credibility. And as you gain more credibility, you create even more relationships and giving them more opportunities in which they want to buy your product or service. So that's why there are two secrets to sales success. You can't have one without the other. A professional salesperson must continually be opening new relationships and then nurturing those relationships and helping their prospects and their clients. And by following these two secrets, your credibility in your industry is sure to increase, helping you even make more connections with even more prospects. So don't forget to ask questions and understand what's in it for them. Let's face it, if you can't get them to want to engage with you, chances are very slim that they're going to want to buy from you, right? So if this business tip that I've just shared, if it resonates with you and you want to learn more on how to create and build better business relationships that's going to allow you to sell more on value than on price, I invite you to schedule a free strategy session with me, and let's begin to develop our relationship as well. I'm business coach Steve Goranson, guiding business owners to work smarter, not harder, so you can live more life.